Hello. Yeah. Okay.
KOF 15.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Sorry, we're gonna make the ProjectL command soon, but basically I have a new video up on it if you want my thoughts on it. Go to the YouTube. Echo looking better than Chip. Everyone looks fucking better than Chip, bro. Chip trash. I played KOF already, yeah. Played some offline too. So I got some more honest thoughts on like the actual gameplay, not just the netcode and shit. But I'm gonna keep playing for a bit longer before I give my full thoughts.
Select member.
How's my day going? It's going all right. I might read a Reddit thread later.
It's about to be a party on the
Someone sent me that. Oh my god, the KOF fans are not happy with me, and they call me a lot of names. A lot of names. This is what I posted, right? KOF 15 impressions so far. This was yesterday. Gameplay feels like KOF. Good, but nothing new. We'll have to wait and see for more. And this is true. The game very much plays like 14-2. Not that that's necessarily a bad thing. It's just, you know, it's iterative. It's not brand new. It's not good nor bad. It just is. Netcode seems shaky. Everyone has been saying that netcode is bad, but has potential. Is fixed. Graphics wise, it's a stinker. IMO, awful animations throughout. SFX look bad. Character models themselves look fine. Now, I don't think that's that harsh. To me, that's not that harsh. The animations are not great looking. I mean, I think Shizuru is probably the best animated character, but there's some stinkers, even with this character, like this move. Right? And obviously the special effects, like, I mean, do we even have to bring up Dolores shit puddle? Those problems can be fixed. They're not fixing animations. In fact, almost all animations here seem to be reused from... a lot of the animations seem to be reused from 14. Just ported. So I heavily doubt it will be fixed. Why is my controls bugged? Interesting. Yeah, the hit sparks are awful. Like, this is okay, but this is the real problem. Why is there a bubble? Like the sound. It sounds like you're hitting them. But like, there's some really whack animations. But there's some decent ones too. Like I think Dolores is a new character, so she has overall some decent animations. Right? But like her specials, man. Why does it look like poop water, bro? She looks cool otherwise. I mean, she's too fan servicey in my opinion, but she looks okay. But then it's kind of hard to get away from the fact that it's just literally poop water. Poop Eddie. You know? That's just me. You kind of make them into poop. No, it's not the skin color. This is how it looks on all the skins. Does Iori look good? I mean, you can see it for yourself. I personally think Iori feels way worse than he did in 13. I also don't like his design in this game. Like he's not nearly as edgy. Shizuru looks okay, I think. Better than the average.
Nothing will stop this show.
But still bad, of course. It's concerning that these are the characters 8 out of 36 that they show off. And like Iori just, it's like they've lost all the charm with the moves. These are the exact same moves he used to have. Just worse sounds and worse animated. Like no hit, nothing, no hit trail or anything when you do this. I personally think it looks quite terrible and feels quite terrible. Like, if you played early KOF games, you like these are literally the exact same animations, just made worse. It feels like this move. Oh my god. Yeah, they're just kind of poorly animated, I think. Very poorly animated. But again, this is just the 14 game again. In terms of animations. And 14 came out 6 years ago, so you know, I personally am pretty disappointed with how the game looks, but if you think this looks good, if you think the flame effects look good, I mean, more power to you. I personally think it looks dreadful. And just like the hitting people does not feel good. Yeah, like I legitimately think 13 looks way better. And I feel like a game that comes out like 8 years or whatever the fuck after should look better, not worse. Or at least equal. And just like a lot of the animations just look so bad, man. What the fuck is this? This is a new move they got. Like this move is a very iconic move that just like looks really jittery now. Like this game, in my honest opinion, is, and also the opinion of like obviously Jenny and Bubblan, who is the best KOF player in Sweden, it looks awful. I personally, if you think this looks good, like we just have widely different views. Some people say this competes with Strive as the best looking game, and I'm just like, do we have the same eyes? Do you need glasses? No, seriously. Like you think I'm kidding. You think I'm kidding. Let me see if I can find it. I mean, straight up, I think this game plays okay. I wouldn't say I'm crazy about playing it after playing some high level matches, but I wouldn't also say I'm it's functional. It's functional for sure. If the netcode's good, like I think KOF players will like this game. Like if you like 14, you're gonna like this game for sure. I don't like 14. I like 13. I do not like 14. I think 14 was awful. Like, so this is a thread on r/fighters. Game looks awesome, shockingly so. Since the Tokyo Game Show build, I knew it looked better than what people were bitching about. It would look good in person, but I'm still surprised at how well it turned out. If the Hitsparks animations casted light on character models, this could challenge Strive for being the best looking fighting game on the market right now. I just, this is like fully upvoted, and then the only person saying sorry, there's no way this could challenge Strive in the graphic department is downvoted. Like, dude, what? The videos don't do justice to the graphics. It looks amazing. Netcode has 0 issues. I was like, dude, what the fuck? Graphics are way better than like, I'm pretty sure at this point a lot of the fighting game scene is just circle, like anti-circle jerk. Whatever the most common opinion is, like, oh yeah, people like this game, then people hate this game. Like, people were excited for Strive, so Strive is brain dead and awful and super simplistic and no skill. People think this game looks bad, so it's the best game ever. It looks better than you could possibly believe. Like, I do not understand how you cannot see that this is not a good-looking $60 game. Especially if you played previous KOF games and you know that these are literally reused animations frame by frame. What's his other super again? It's just wild that it's just wild to me. Oh yeah, this one. I don't know. I don't know, man. This game. Yeah, I think like r/fighters and r/cap is pretty much the same people. Those people were also saying that ProjectL is like dead and awful because it doesn't have motion inputs. Yeah, I mean, I still think I could enjoy this game despite it looking bad, but I'm not gonna lie to you and say that this game looks good. I'm also not gonna sit here and say that Melee looks great, but it was released 20 years ago, and I like the animations more in that game than this. Honestly. Alright, let's play some matches. And then we'll do the fighting game tier list. Yeah, I feel like people are just eventually gonna realize that, like, you don't have to do that, man. You can just want an actual good game. But I think KOF players especially have just, like, sadly, the game 14 was so bad that it like shrunk the scene a lot. Like 13 was kind of a mainstream game, like not a huge game by any means, but like there's a lot of people that played 13 that didn't play other fighting games. But 14 was pretty much a disaster. So I think the people that stuck around 14 are just like, they just like the game regardless because they're scared of it dying, maybe? I don't know. Maybe the people that like 14 like this game because it looks cool. But to me, it just doesn't. I think it feels okay. It's a lot slower than 13. I personally don't. Okay, so here's my thing. People say, yeah, oh, they went bankrupt with the sprites they made it for 13. Right? How many characters does 13 have? There is. It's like. How many? It's like 30? Or I mean 50? Does someone have the total? Let me see if I can find. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 teams. So that's 36 plus 2 extra. So 38. Yeah, so there's 38 characters in 13 that already have their sprites made. And instead they recreate them in a shitty art style with the same moves. Like, it's legitimately the same moveset for almost all the characters. And now they're all ugly instead? Like, what did you achieve? I felt like if you almost went bankrupt trying to do those sprites, then maybe use it. It feels better than 14 from what I've heard. Honestly, 14 was so ugly, and I heard from everyone I knew, like, the scene died on launch. It was dead in Sweden, even though we had a decent KOF scene before, because it was so everyone hated it so much. I never bothered playing it. I just saw footage of it, and everyone was doing max mode combos from everything, and I was like, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. 14 looked awful, had bad netcode, and was really broken too. Yeah, I can't really find matches. That's sad. KOF 14 was such a huge success in comparison to 13. No way. What? There's no way 14 sold better. Right? $14 sold better than 13. I hate the world, dude. Yeah, the online seems to be really, really bad from what I've heard. Is no one playing this fucking game? Dude, finding the beta is really hard. Samurai Showdown sold well. I think honestly it feels like people just bought 14 because they heard 13 was good, and then now they think that 14 was the reason why. That's my copium, bro. I fucking hoped so. 14 was such a trash fire. I don't think 15 is gonna sell that well compared to Strive, but who knows? Dude, Samurai Showdown was dead on release. Like, what? If you Google Samurai Showdown Steam charts, it has 9 players. And that's a 50% increase from 30 days ago. No, it has 4 days. They have 4 players right now. 4! I could boot up the game right now. I bought it, by the way. And I could be top 8. All-time peak Samurai Showdown on Steam, 160. All-time peak. I had more people at my wedding. I would believe Marvel Infinite sold a lot of copies, dude. Marvel was huge at the time. And Marvel 3 was so successful. Alright. Yeah, the online is really broken so far. Is there anyone in chat that is from Europe and wants to play? Because this is unplayable. Yeah, 160 players max for Samurai Showdown's team. Come join. Dude, honestly, I'll probably play this game when it comes out, but I'm not, like, it's fine, but I feel like I would rather just play 13 if I could. Like, the only real reason to play this is to play for the netcode, and if the netcode isn't good, then why play this? That's my honest thoughts. Like, I think 13 is still a great game. I feel like 13 feels better to play due to like the combo system. The movement feels a lot snappier, a lot faster. This is a much more defensive KOF from what I've gathered. Maybe this is just like, this is super early impressions. I could very well be wrong. There could be mechanics that completely break the game and change it, but So far, it feels like a lot less like a slower game for sure. Melty, Melty's an okay game. I wouldn't say it's a good game, but I wouldn't say it's a or like amazing game. It has some cool things. It has a lot of bad mechanics, I think. I think a Melty 2 or like an upgraded version could be good. I wouldn't really say Melty's hard. I think Melty's pretty easy. One level connection. They're not even doing bars now. They're doing levels. Melty is terrible. Yeah, Melty's netcode's bad too. Unfortunately, it's got a huge drop off, but yeah.
Round one. Ready? Go!
This feels a lot worse than playing online. I wonder how much the... Oh my god. Holy shit. It feels a lot laggier than... Like, they... Oh my god. 7 rollback frames. Oh, right. Oh, the coolest super of all time. What? What is happening? The rollback's insane. Oh my god, it's stuttering so bad. It's like cutting out almost all the sounds. So weird. Hey, it blocked one. Playing this after playing this game online just now, oh my god, it feels so bad. This person is supposed to be in Europe, by the way. I can't move. That crossed up. Oh my god, dude.
Round four. Ready? Go!
I got 6. Okay. I've said this before, but like, I care very, very little about rankings like that. I don't care much for year rankings for PGR, unless it's clear you're the best, or like, you know, top 3 or whatever. And I definitely don't care about like all-time rankings, where they try to compare MLG to 2022. Man, it's just Sonnen. I can't react to fireballs. I just did it early. Oh no. This being the only match I could find after 50 minutes of searching is quite something. Amazing.
All eyes are on the winner of that fierce fight. Winner!
At least the win post is alright. Who's number 5th and 4th and 3rd? Is this game worth first day buy? I would own. You should You should definitely watch and see what people say first, in my opinion. If Netcode's a lot better, because this is unplayable. I had a decent time playing this game offline. Like, it's not definitely not like my favorite fighting game, but I had a decent time. But this is just miserable. Yeah. Yeah, this game is bad. Right, in this current state. It ain't great. Kind of a big... What? Kind of sad nowadays that a big deciding factor in playing a game is knowing how good the online is. How is that sad? When people play the game mostly online, which we do these days, why is it sad that being able to play the game is important to buying the game? I don't get it. All right, let's read this shit. So someone posted this to me. They just like, all right, look at the KOF subreddit. Oh, wait to log it. Number 1 rated post by far. 4 hours ago, 90 comments. KOF, 15 impressions so far. Gameplay feels like KOF, good but nothing new. We'll have to wait and see for more. Further impressions. A bit too ground-based for me. I think everyone, like, too many characters have a DP. I wish the hyper-hopping was better. But overall, all right, still. Better than 14 for sure. Netcode seems shaky, but has potential if fixed. I would downgrade that to netcode seems bad, but could be fixed. Not shaky. Graphics wise, it's a stinker IMO. Off animations, yes, very much so. SFX looks bad. Yep. Fire effects look terrible. Character models themselves look fine. That's what I said. This is the tweet. I hope Leffen stays far, far away from KOF 15. We don't need pros like him supporting the game. You can tell this is going to be a gold mine. Leffen is a fucking joke no matter what community he's in. He's just a toxic human being in general, should be ignored in every way possible. Would not be friends with a loser like him. Evidence that... It's like... How can you say this? And then... Dude, I don't want to be your friend. What the fuck? Leffen is a piece of shit. Hope he avoids this game. He's Super Smash Bros. Melee Pro. Calm down a lot, seen as a leader. It's the time the only was, but his takes are still hit and miss. It's always I'm not searching for controversy. The game just doesn't look great. Dude, like, this is the thing. I can post things. I post a pretty negative tweet on KOF, and then I post a positive tweet on ProjectL. And then people go like, I mean, it's a shit ton of comments. Oh, this was deleted, but it was like, man, was this paid for? Was this paid for? Why are you so dude, Leffen is so positive these days. It's like, dude, you can't win. You can't win. You can't win. It's like, you're supposed to criticize betas. It's not weird. He got into Strive and actually brought a huge audience. Oh, so it's his fault. He even won EUGG. Because from what I've seen in comparison, Strive seen in the US and Asia, EU's complete shit in comparison. That's because 70% of EU Guilty Gear stopped competing with Strive. Plus, Strive is designed to remove the skill cap of previous games. Jesus Christ. You're literally better than America, but alright. Smash players, say no more, don't care. Who the fuck is this? Why do people still think KOF 15 looks bad? Why is this a take at all when it actually looks... Dude, the animation look and feel great. What the fuck is he on? Q and Iori animate as well as you expect them to. People are just doing it to be contrarians to trolls at this point. Right back at you. I think many people are comparing it to Strive, which is unfair. Yes, it is unfair. Strive came out a year ago. Almost when this game is going to come out. And, you know, this should be better. KOF and Guilty Gear's literal apples to oranges. What? They're both fighting games. This person saying, why? It's the same genre. Strive raised the bar. It's not unfair to expect other companies to at least approach the bar. 0 uploads because people downloaded it. Leffen just a shit taste. He plays Melee after all. I fucking hate Leffen. He's always so toxic. It's like, I love when people are toxic and then call other people toxic. And just spreading lies, standard shit. What exactly to expect? A better looking fighting game? Better animations? Looking for complaint, have nitpicking. They expect more combat. Dude, Mortal Kombat doesn't even look good. Oh shit, this is a reasonable voice. He's gonna be downvoted. Upvoted. Oh shit, a chip main. Chip main standing out. This really isn't much of a hot take. Come on. Leffen is nothing more than an aggravated incel who doesn't deserve to be respected as a human being. talking trash bag who makes a shit game, smashful children, and B. Oh, he carries that exact mentality. He's like Thanos, inevitable. Oh my god, man. What can we say? The Smash player is only good at Smash. Yep. Yep. No other Evo wins. No other wins. Jesus Christ, man. The cope. Yeah, no, these are like, if they're KOF fans, they're very likely like 30 years old. TMR, thanks so much. I mean, people just have such a insane disbelief in that I can just have opinions. If I play a game and I like it, then I'm a shill bought out ad. If I dislike Melty Blood's design, then I'm just a hater. If I think KOF looks ugly, then it's just because Riot paid me off. It's always an explanation. People can never just cope with the fact that I just have opinions. I do not care about the all-time list. I think the entire list, like from what I've heard, is really whack. Whether it's like, yeah. It's just a shitty list. I personally don't think Armada should be number 2 right now, but I can see eventually that would be the case.
Ready, go.
Oh, this is unplayable. What? The fake sound effects. Dude, the sound just disappears. Yeah, I mean, personally, it feels really weird to me to have Ken over Mutaking and me, but then also rank Mango over Armada. Like, I feel like that just doesn't make any sense. Either you value Legacy a lot and Peak a lot, but then why do you rank Mango over Armada? Like, is it longevity? Is that the only thing? But then why is Mutaking under Ken? It's just a fucking list made to get views. Don't take it seriously. Commander's being one frame is gonna take a while to get used to. Double KO.
Final round. Ready? Go!
Oh my fucking god. Actually unplayable. This shit's hilarious, dude. Look at this. This is actually unplayable. It's awful knowing that he probably has no lag at all, too. That this is all one-sided. Great, just the better player. Good games, man. Wait, am I? Okay, yeah, I'm leaving. Can I get someone in Europe? Sagem had a terrible time. Yeah. I'm gonna give... If the next two people are bad, then... I quit this game. I give it 2 more people. I'm not gonna bother wasting my time if it's this bad as it's been. US East is too far, yes. It shouldn't be, but for this game it is. Sajan played versus 2 people, different people he normally plays in Strive. They had 1 set of rollback every match. Damn. That sucks. Sucks that casual match doesn't work either. Guess that's just how it is. All right, let's hope this man's... I'm gonna play some Strive, yeah, if it doesn't work. I'm not gonna lie, I had a decent time playing this game offline, but the character selection that we have right now is really poor. Like, there's very few cool characters to me. And the internet's, like, the netcode is so abysmal that, like, I feel like I'm just gonna wait for the full release and see if it's decent then. I beat Plup on the ranking list. I mean, no offense, but it was... I don't think me and Plup are particularly close in that sense. And regardless, like, I don't fucking care about all-time list. Like, I don't care if I'm worse or better than Ken, according to some fucking PG stats guy. ProjectL is flat? Dude, what game are... Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is unplayable as well. Someone told me that you get worse lag if one has a PS4 Pro and one doesn't. I have a PS4 Pro, so maybe that's why. There's like no sound or anything, and then just ah!
Reach for the top. Ready, go!
Oh my god, it's rollbacking so much. Oh my god, what the fuck's happening? Yeah, this is complete unplayable garbage. I really hope they fix the netcode. What? Why did my maximum not go forward? Did it roll back?
Burn to fight. Ready, go!
There's no sounds or anything. So quiet. This guy's playing the most hilarious playstyle too. Do an unsafe move to DP. I can do this too, bro. Oh, what a fake block. All right, we got one more person. If this person is also complete unplayable trash lag, then we give up. I don't like the game enough to go through this. Him playing versus PS5, no difference. Yeah, I mean, I already got to try this game offline, so. Another one level connection.
It's about to be a party up in here.
If the netcode was good, is this game still good? I mean, it would be alright. It'd be a KOF game, and whether or not you like the visuals. What's up, Didi? Is this game as bad as it looked? It looks about as bad, yeah. The netcode's been really bad so far. I got one playable connection yesterday. Today it's been 7, 5, 6 unplayable connections. All right. This is also unplayable. Thank you. Fuck this game. This game is trash in its current state. Literally unplayable garbage. Let's move on to a playable game. This is completely unplayable. Completely unplayable. If I casual search did not work. I only asked Europeans to join though. But if I couldn't find anyone from Europe, then it doesn't matter. It's still unplayable. Way worse than Melty netcode. But it's like Melty netcode's a 1 and this is a -5. All right. I'll play a little Strive and then we'll do the fighting game netcode. I would just if I made the fighting game tier list right now, I would put KOF somewhere that would get me another 10 tier lists, another 10 Reddit posts. Overall thoughts on KOF? Gameplay, it's like 14 but better. Animations and stuff like that doesn't look great. Not completely awful. Like, it's not Nickelodeon ugly, but it's not good looking by any means. Netcode completely unplayable in its current state. Every single match I played was laggy. There was basically no sound because rollback just kept rolling back all the sounds. Yeah, I regret spending time on this beta. I played it offline. I had a decent time. But it's still, like... I don't know. It's disappointing. It's disappointing for sure. Form your opinions. I see that you're definitely not biased, Mr. Person who has Kyo in the name. I see what you're doing here. Oh, this was more unplayable than Dragon Ball. This has a lot more potential than Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball is like a 2, right? Like, it can never get better or worse than 2. But when you play someone close, at least it's playable. This was not playable at all. Like, terrible rollback is actually worse than terrible or I mean good net delay based, or I mean there's no good delay based, but you know, delay based. Yeah, I was talking about KOF. Yeah, this game looks so good, man. I am perpetually stuck in the corner, though. Fuck, I died. Goodbye. that miss? The matchup's sort of favor. I personally don't think it's bad for Nago. Like I think Soda wins, but not by like an insane amount. Oh, I mismanaged the blood meter. I mean the eddy meter. I've got to warm up again. Nago actually has bad matchups. Not terrible ones, but slightly losing ones. Unlike May. I gotta do like a league watch for ProjectL at some point. People keep saying characters they want and I just don't know any of them. Yoink. Said we'll have Gamma Blade. Yeah, me and Jenny are gonna watch Arcane at some point as well. You got him, man. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Did. Sodomir sometime. I could probably play it a little bit. I think I might play Chip for that matchup though. But I don't know. I don't really know what I'm gonna do right now. I should be playing melee. It's Melee's 20th anniversary today. He does lose for his Saldo, but the Saldo mirror is wacky. If I didn't play Chip in any matchup that he lost, then I wouldn't play Chip outside of Axel. We don't really know much about the melee circuit. I'm probably not gonna play today, but I'm down later. I did not react to the top 100 much. Game good. Melee good. Top 100. Just a list to make add view. What do you guys think? Did I talk about ProjectL? Not really. I have a video out on it. I'm open to talk about it in general. It was crazy though. Like I went over to my friend Bubba, who is he was the best Marvel player in Sweden and the best KOF player, best of many games, right? Like an OG fighting game player, but doesn't really compete anymore. Ever since, you know, like Marvel 3 died and SF5 sucked, like kind of fell out of fighting games. Like a lot of people, honestly. We're gonna lose this, aren't I? What a matchup. And I was like, so every single time I've brought up a new fighting game, he's always been like, yeah, it looks kind of fucked up. It kind of looks bad. But he was like, what? Yeah, but the League game actually looked pretty good. You can see that, you could like hear the shock. Did I enjoy King of Fighters yesterday? Not really. It's not terrible, but it's not the netcode is. Amogus. The sound is so bugged. It just keeps looping. I'm considering playing League. I think I'll just play Runeterra though. I've heard more good things about Runeterra than League. Got him. Or teamfight tactics. I died. That was definitely a sword super. Oh no, I fed. Oh, this matchup, man. Woo! Good start, good start. Oh no, I fucked up, I fucked up. Got him. Oh no. Oh, I thought I was gonna lose it all. Feels good to be back playing this game, man. This game's good. It feels good to play. I like Strive, man. I had 90% health and thought I was gonna lose. Ram scared? Yes.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
GG. Ugh. I don't need to do that. How do you, when you do a poster, do you double tap S and H at the same time, Sechi? Or do you store a post from longer ago? I should have wall broken here. I suspected that Warsi, but not at that timing. Got 50-50, dead. Good times. Good times.
Duel 1.
The only bad thing about Arcane is that it makes you play League. That bad, huh? What? I still had frog? Ooh. Should press 5p. I tried to do it there. I fucked it up. I was so scared of the super. Ultimately, I did not trust the ramp player to do the super input. At the end of the day, never trust the ramp player's execution. Shit. Whoa, that was a crazy scrub grab. Pro grab. Set she set up. That is so good. It makes it so much scarier to block 5H in the corner. What can they even do against that? They have to like super jump out, right? On read, feels like.
Positive bonus. Positive bonus. Positive.
Yeah, dash and throw or something like that. I always forget that you can do this too. Right, if they block the first one and they try to like jump, so you can like stop them with a 2P. What the fuck is his name? Yeah, they like kind of gotta read it.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Perfect. Barely built the meter. I didn't do the invite. Hell, those kill. Oh. How long do I think KOF 15 will last? As long as the netcode's good, it can have like a decent player base for a long time. I need to learn the opposed command grab. I'd never do that one. But it seems like overall Frog is better when you have them close at least. I didn't get the dash up. Man, I went for it anyway. Fuck, bro. The one thing that can beat stun dip or PRC. Sechi, how do you time it? You do like command grab first and then press the button, or is it like let go of the button and then command grab? People are talking about League. The fact that people are talking about League here really shows how well ProjectL and Arcane like advertise the game. Oh wow, the insta block. That was getting crazy. Oh yeah, the command guard without it. Oh yeah. But the command grab is different, right? If you do it mid, like mid when you already have Eddie out. Gotta burst bait that. Uh-oh. Goodbye. Goodbye. Thank you. Oh, they didn't kill? Kill. No. That was a whiff punish, dude. I drifted back and then punished with JD. Sed main. People say Sed has the Gamma Blade, is that right? Alright, I'll play like one more set, then we'll do the fighting game tier list. So are you supposed to get this? Do you get combo though if they get hit by Pierce? The rare Jacko main. Yeah. Oops. You can't mash. I should have don't break the wall. That missed? Mash. All league champs are spiced by at least one person. True. Not incorrect. Oh! Fucked up. Hey, why didn't I have enough meter there? Do I need to hit both forward slashes? Ah! I hate when that happens. Maokai. What a mash. Could have killed was better. What? Got him.
Slap. Duel 3. Let's rock.
Do you guys think it will have? You'll be able to use Flash in the League fighting game? Ultimate. Easy comeback. Bro, I blocked forever. I blocked forever that round.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Ah, wrong one.
Perfect. Duel 2. Let's rock.
You think you? How can you throw Baron in ProjectL, guys? I'm just trying to use whatever League terms I know. Sure, seed. Trying to fit in. So let's put the ball in the net. Am I right, guys? Score the goals in the bucket. Duo Q. The Ari. Destroy the base. Jungle difference. Or diff. Sorry. What do you say in ProjectL? Tier diff? Punish diff, execution diff, sweat diff. That's my prediction. Last actual. TL is going to be a little different than last time. Maybe a little bit less controversial. Oh boy, this shit's looking like KOF 15 netcode up in here. Boy, this man has the rollback diff, if I might say so myself. GG, go next. Rollback diff. Yeah, I think there's no way it's gonna not be free. I could see them do a like. I could see them do like how Killer Instinct did, where like there's a character pass where you can buy all the characters for like a really cheap bundle. I need to remember what to do. Let go, and then unsummon, and then do it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Die. No. I don't know what the best thing to do there is. Clap, clap, clap. Dash forward, stand H probably. I can dash 6 Oh, okay. Yeah, I think the netcode's gonna be good. I mean, if they're already testing the game online right now, then it has to be decent already.
We've got a newcomer. We've got a newcomer.
All right, let me go to the bathroom and then we'll do the fighting in tier list. If you can find, if anyone can find a good like template for the fighting games, let me know.
We've got a newcomer.
Ooh. All right, we gotta find a tier list. Fighting game tier list. Tier make. Oh shit, this one has a lot of them. Not Twitter. There. Let's fix this like this. We can start with this one, and then maybe we'll use paint or something else. Video time. Say hello, YouTube. What's up, YouTube? So today, I've gotten a lot of requests for this. I'm updating my fighting game tier list, and we're going to do a little bit differently this time. Last time, it was a lot of focus on which game is alive right now, which scene is dead, so on. And there's a lot of people that didn't like that a lot of their games that they love wasn't ranked very highly because they didn't have a big scene. But a lot of things have changed, and I think we're kind of entering into a new era of fighting games. We're kind of entering the, maybe a new golden age, maybe not. A lot of people are looking into fighting games now because of new games like Strive, obviously KOF. There's going to be a new generation of Street Fighters and Tekkens, maybe a new Dragon Ball FighterZ game, and of course the big boys in ProjectL, the Riot fighting game, has a lot of people excited. And a lot of people maybe asking, what fighting game should I learn to get ready for ProjectL? So we'll talk a little bit about that. We'll rank my favorite fighting games, kind of talk a little bit short of the state of a lot of the fighting games. That's more the aim of this one. I'm not going to try to accurately rank every game. I'm simply going to give my opinion on a lot of these games because I have not played a lot of them. So yeah, just kind of a brief overview, excuse to talk about these games, and let's get into it. So first off, I now play this Akatsuki Blitzkampf, Aquapaza, Arms. Arms is kind of small. I have not heard anyone talk about Arms. Don't think it gets any updates anymore. Yeah. BlazBlue, I don't know which BlazBlue this is, but I'm just going to use this for the main BlazBlue. BlazBlue kind of on a revival after hearing a lot of people talk about how this game is amazing. People want rollback for it. It's actually gotten a unconfirmed but likely rollback update in its future. Probably like behind closed beta or something. Like no one really knows, but has a niche scene, but like pretty dedicated, and I'm definitely gonna be trying this game out as well once it gets rollback. That's basically my current thoughts on it. Played a little bit, not a huge fan, but I could very well see that change if I find a character I like. It's obviously an anime fighter, has a ton of characters at this point. And generally the game that people like compared to the other game, which is Cross Tag. Cross Tag Battle is definitely smaller than regular BlazBlue. Despite being more recent, we can pull up the Steam charts real quick. If we look at the Steam charts, just as a way, Cross Tag Battle has 43 players. Central Fiction has 128 players, 158, 32. So, there's not a lot of people, and unfortunately, the netcode of both these games are delay-based, which means you can only play people in a very short range, which is hard when the player base is at the current number that it is. Brawlhalla is big. Brawlhalla is Brawlhalla tier, actually. Brawlhalla has an insane amount of people playing it. If we search Brawlhalla, you'll see 20,000. This is like way more than any other fighting game, and this is not counting mobile. This is not counting Switch. It has crossplay. Now, unfortunately, I don't like this game very much from what I've seen. It's literally a flash game, but it keeps getting new updates. People keep playing it. Obviously, it's this type of unique take on the platform fighter. Some people love it, some people don't. But so far, it's definitely the game that has done the monetization model the best. It's obviously free to play, has a ton of collabs. And I think because of that, the retention rate is really high, and people just keep coming and playing it because it's free. It gets updates all the time. So they have incentive to keep updating it. Whereas with a lot of these other games, they release it, they make you buy it, maybe they make you buy a DLC pack, and then they kind of leave it off to, wither away and die. So I hope that a lot of games are going to be adapting this model. And I also think that's where ProjectL and many other new games are going to go, especially Western developed ones. Japan, probably going to take a lot longer and probably going to keep doing the $60 one. $60 plus DLC. Dive Kick, small, not really worth mentioning. I don't really think anyone plays Dive Kick as a serious game. Dead or Alive, small. SNK. So in F tier, we're going to do Fightcade. So Fightcade, you can throw in a lot of these games like Marvel vs. Capcom 2, Third Strike, Capcom versus SNK. A lot of these games are really beloved classics, absolute legendary games. The thing is, before you could not really play them online, but with the release of Fightcade, you can now play all these games with basically top tier netcode. And I know there's a pretty decent amount of people playing, especially the bigger ones, but even lesser known games like Turtles and such. Like, there's a lot of old classics like JoJo's, for example. It's another game people play online. Hokuto no Ken. So yeah, definitely check those game out. I'm not going to include all of the games here because I don't know all of these games, but I think Vampire Saver is another one of them. Turtles, yeah, as we mentioned. Definitely really, really cool to see. Good emulator with good rollback. I think this is a huge help. And honestly, if you just want to jump in and play any fighting game, like you don't care which one, I think Fightcade is a great way to obviously freely kind of check out a lot of different games with good netcode. So Fantasy Strike is a free-to-play basic fighting game. I think this is what a lot of people thought ProjectL was going to be like. It's very, very simple. It's like the most stripped-down version of a fighting game possible, basically. Trying to go for only the very core essentials. It's free-to-play. It's kind of a different model. Not huge, but it does have crossplay, I know. 20 players. But I know people can find matches in this. And I've heard the business model is good, but not heard a lot of great things about this. So I'm going to leave it in niche or kind of small, actually. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. This is actually smaller than Marvel 3 right now. So I'm going to leave this in kind of small. It has better netcode than Marvel 3, but it is just more liked. Marvel 3 has 111, and Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite has 15. Now, I personally do not like Infinite very much. I don't hate it, but I much prefer Marvel 3. Fortunately, there's no real way to play Marvel 3 online outside of Parsec, which can be a bit to set up. But if you do still want to play a Marvel game and you're into Marvel, like, try it out. It's great fun just to lab, just to try and move around with. ProjectL is actually pretty close in some ways to how Marvel 3 is going to be. I mean, how Marvel 3 was in some of the ways, like how the movement works, how the assist calls can work, along with another game called Skullgirls. This is like I would say active scene, right? Like it's an active scene. It's not a huge scene, but there's tournaments. There's always people playing because the netcode is really good. I should not search for active. I should search for Skullgirls. That's 200 players, but and I know people play it on PS4 and stuff like that as well. Has gotten some new updates actually, and has a season pass active. So, still getting updates, still quite alive, and I know a lot of people are super diehard. Personally, this has been a game that I don't personally love. And it's mostly because I don't vibe with most of the characters and the art style, how it all functions, like just visually, rather than like game mechanics wise. It's a team fighter, but you can also play one character or 3, which helps a lot in learning. So you can just start out by learning it. I'm gonna be trying this game out because this game has this tag team fighter and can very well be a great game to learn if you want to prepare for ProjectL. So definitely going to check that out. And also amazing netcode, great developers. Next up, we have Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball is in this limbo state, I would say. It has a decent amount of players, but it is no longer getting updates. They said that there were going to be more Dragon Ball FighterZ content. Personally, I think this is going to be in the form of a new game, like a Dragon Ball FighterZ 2. That's what I hope, at least, because unfortunately, I'm going to have to put this in D for delay. So we're going to add another tier. And it's going to be delay. Delay based. Delay based, if you don't know, means delay based netcode. And that's rough. Delay-based netcode. Okay, well, that's too dark. You can't even read it. Delay-based netcode sucks. You can't play with anyone that isn't really close to you. So it still has a lot of people playing Dragon Ball, like 1,500 players. A lot of players from each skill level. Unfortunately, it doesn't have a good rank mode, but you can get matches with casual match, and it's pretty easy to pick up. Still looks great. If you're into Dragon Ball, definitely try it out. It's also team fighter. Quite a different take on one, but still. Yeah, for sure. Definitely try it out. Then we have, obviously there's a lot of the like Soul Calibur games. Generally people play, the newest one, but not doing great right now. I don't know if it's still getting updates, actually. Can someone in the chat help me out with that? But I feel like it does still get updates. It's still a season pass. It's done. It's done. No more updates. All right. So I'd probably put this in, it's like niche, but it's still about the same size as Skullgirls in 200 players. Director Leffen Bamco. Unfortunately, also in delay hell, so I'm going to just put in delay. Same thing with Under Night. Under Night has a couple hundred players playing it too. Pretty interesting game, I think. A lot of people into Under Night moved over to Melty because it's developed by the same developers, and Melty Blood does not have delay-based netcode. And yeah, we can kind of move over to Melty Blood. Actually, we don't have the new Melty Blood here. Okay, we'll add that in. We'll add that in a sec. But old Melty Blood still has an active scene. You play this with a community build. You do not play it with the official build. Definitely smaller, I would say now that a lot of people moved over to the new game, Type Lumina, but still has an active scene. A lot of people prefer the gameplay of this one. I think I would actually too, even though I played the original less, because it has a couple less mechanics that I don't like, a little bit better balance. Obviously, this is like the last iteration on a game, whereas Type Lumina is still in its second patch. So maybe this will change with time, but that's how it currently stands for me. KOF 14, I would say, is very niche. KOF 15, I just played the beta. Got some mixed thoughts. Doesn't look great, in my opinion, and has very shaky take on the rollback netcode. But it's going to come out in February. You can check it out. Some people like KOF a lot, and if you like KOF, I think 15 is going to be good too. But if you like KOF right now, I would actually say that you should be playing KOF 2002 or 98 or 13. If we go here and look, you can see, you can kind of see 2002 has 155. 13, which is probably the most liked game pure out of the recent ones, has 59, and then 98 has 31, and then 14 is 39. So yeah, right now 2002 is definitely the most played. It has rollback, so definitely try that one out if you want a smooth netplay experience. I don't know if they're actually here. We can add them later. But yeah, KOF definitely going to have its big new debut in February. Hopefully the netcode gets improved from the beta so we can have this be big. I mean, we could kind of put niche and delay based in the same, but 2002 is most played 5K. I see. Okay. So maybe it's still 5K tier kind of. So the Mortal, all right, Marvel 3, I'm going to put Marvel 3 in this one. Honestly, niche and Marvel 3 kind of share the same thing, but you know, this is how it is. Same thing with Guilty Gear Xrd. A lot of people are playing Strive right now, but there are still people playing the old Guilty Gears. But out of the old ones, currently plus R is a bit more. The difference for this is that Xrd is the game that came out after plus R and before Strive, however, does not have rollback netcode. And that for a lot of people is the big change. So I would put definitely plus R over if I had to as the game to try out. It's also a lot cheaper. Yeah, you know, Xrd is also a great game. Different take on the genre for sure than Strive. A little bit more old school, but it really depends on what you want. We'll go through Strive in a bit, but let's knock off a couple. You know, there's a lot of games here that I like that I'm not going to place because they're not really active, like Street Fighter X Tekken. Like that game when it came out. Killer Instinct still has some people, I think. I'm not sure if they play it through Steam, though. No, right? But Killer Instinct is niche, but it has rollback. I think there's definitely people playing it that you could find people due to the amazing netcode, but I would still call it niche because it does not have a lot of players as far as I know. You know, didn't come out for too long ago. But yeah, I'm kind of going to put 98. You know what? I'm not going to place these. Let's keep it readable for now. You know what I said about the KOF games. Persona 4 Ultimax, kind of dead. Does not have an official Steam port. You can play this one through emulator. So I'm going to put it here. It's kind of the same deal as with Marvel 3. You really got to go out of your way if you want to play this game, but a lot of people love it. Hopefully there's been rumors about a remake, Persona 5 Arena. That's what we're all hoping for, coping for. I would love to play that, but right now, not really big game people are playing. MK11 has rollback. This is kind of going to be a new tier. MK11 is like, it's alive. It's the current game, but it's not popping off. And the developers have pretty much come out and said that they're stopped development. They're on to the next thing, whether that's Mortal Kombat 12 or if it's the new Injustice. But I would say it's active. It's pretty big, but it's not like still getting updates. So I'm not sure what to do there. To do here, like big, no updates. So yeah, this one has 1,500 players. I know there's people playing on PS4. A lot of casual content if you want to get into that. Obviously, NRS games are kind of known to be different than the rest of fighting games. I personally don't love their take on it. I think the animations looks a little wonky, but a lot of people love the gore. A lot of people love the type of look they go for. Same thing with Injustice. And they have rollback netcode, so that's great. Always appreciate great netcode. DBFC in big. I guess, yeah, we should put DBFC in big. Even though Dragon Ball does not have netcode. Just remember that. I don't like it, but it's higher in every game. It's just not for me. Power Rangers is another game that is kind of active. I think it still gets update. Has a very small scene, but I know a lot of people like it. It's also Team Fighter. And it has multiple events with over 100 entrants in the past few months. So it's like, it's active, but it's not, huge. But it has a scene. Rising Thunder. I don't think anyone plays this game anymore. I don't even know if you can play this game anymore. Let me know. But this is actually the game that inspired the League Fighter. Kind of. Well, the developers of this game are now making the ProjectL, the League Fighter. Kind of a weird take on. It's like a very simplified Street Fighter, but Street Fighter 4, not 5. Nitro Blasters. Is that game even here? I mean, Nitro Blasters is like, it's a very anime game. You can get like an illegal version with rollback, I think, but I haven't really heard of anyone playing it. But I heard it's okay. Not sure. Talk about that in the chat. How good is Nitro Blasters? Oh, here it is. I'm gonna put this in Fightcade tier because it's like unofficial emulator, but not as big as Melty. We have some big boys left. We have Street Fighter, Tekken, Rivals. So Rivals is, it's kind of weird. I would say it's an active, maybe big. It has a lot of players on Switch, and it's currently getting a rollback build, but I'm not sure. Like it's the rollback build is, it's getting there from what I've heard, but it's not quite there yet. Kind of almost there. So I guess I would put this at low big. Like it has 700 people. That's still big. It's bigger than Melty Blood. So you can't hate on it too much. And it is getting rollback. I'm personally kind of a fan of this game. It's like a pixel art, Smash-like, Melee-like, whatever you like to call it. Has Steam Workshop, has a lot of stuff like that, has a decent online system. Hopefully it's going to get better with the rollback. But my main issue is that it just kind of feels a little low budget. The developers kind of admit that they made this game, not in the best engine, was kind of limited. And a lot of these things they're going to try to address for Rivals of Aether 2, which has been teased, that they're most likely going to go in a very similar direction with ProjectL in terms of like how they want to do skill curve and how they want to do, like connect people and stuff like that, like the online part. The developer announced that after seeing like the ProjectL video. Overall, I think Rivals is definitely a fun game if you want to have, a game that's not Melee or Ultimate and is still within the platform genre. That's definitely the biggest one right now. And yeah, pretty fun game. I'm definitely gonna check it out when the rollback's more stable. I have like dabbled in it, but yeah, my main issue is honestly that like I don't vibe with any of the characters, and that the sounds are kind of shitty. They're very stock, and that means that I would rather just play melee. Kind of small, I guess. 98. We already talked this. Like, I'm gonna put this in 5K tier. It's like old fighting game with netcode, but not. Maybe this is like in Accent Core, or 2002 is. Are these the same? I'll put this one here. Tekken Tag Tournament 2. A lot of these games have kind of been replaced by newer games. Like, there's still people that play, for example, Ultra Street Fighter. That's 140 people, right? But I would put it in niche, right? Like, it's there. There's people that play it, but it's delay based. And it's generally replaced by the bigger ones. I'm not going to rank all of these because I don't simply have time to rank like how Pokken or Tekken Tag Tournament 2 scene is right now because I never hear about them. Footsies is a free game you can play if you want to have a niche little side game. Where's Samurai Showdown? Is it here? Is it here? Well, it's in pretty kind of small tier at least. It has 4 players when we checked earlier. Same thing with Smash 4. No one really plays Smash 4 yet. It's kind of been replaced by Ultimate. Yeah, we'll have to rank the Ultimate as well. Ultimate's still very much alive. No more updates. Just finished with the updates. And yeah, sadly, it's absolutely dreadful online. I would, if you want to play Ultimate, please go ahead if you want to do it for the characters, but do not expect an even remotely decent online experience. It has the worst online experience of any game I've ever played. It is so bad. It is so bad. There's no ranking systems that you're playing in 12 frames of delay. Just stay away if you can, please. And then, I mean, Brawlhalla tier should honestly be like above everyone else because it's like, it's just so big in terms of size. What else? Now, okay, let's rank Tekken. Tekken is 7 is probably not getting any more updates. I'm going to rank these in terms of size. I think this is accurate. But I'm going to rank Mortal Kombat above Dragon Ball because Dragon Ball doesn't have online. Tekken 7 is big. It is one of the biggest fighting games. It's not the biggest fighting game. However, it has online rollback, but not really. It has rollback that works so badly that you kind of don't notice that it's rollback. The developers have been super iffy and basically lie or obscure the fact how the netcode works. And so I can't really recommend this game if you want a good online experience because the netcode is not great out of 10. It's like a slightly better than some delay-based netcodes. Like slightly better than Dragon Ball, I would say. But the real issue, in my opinion, is that the ranking system is awful because it's filled with cheaters, it's filled with rage quitters, and even though they say they're going to do something about it, they don't. You can literally copy and paste your rank and just edit in a text file and then get the highest rank, and there's no way for them to really do anything about it. Now, the thing is, Tekken 7 is by far and away the best game you want to play if you want a big scene that plays a 3D game. There's no other 3D fighter that is even close to the size. And Tekken 7 does have an active competitive scene. There's still a lot of people playing this game. But it's no longer really getting any updates. I think Lydia was the last character for a while. As far as we know, right? And I'm really excited to see what they do with Tekken 8. Tekken 7 started off really rough, especially the arcade release, but got better slowly on. Had a few bumps towards the end with Leroy and Fakaram, but I would say overall it got better as it kept going. Thankfully, you can, if you find a deal on Tekken, you can buy it pretty cheap, but buying the DLC characters and the frame data that you need to learn the game properly is going to cost you upwards of $100, $150 sometimes. And this goes for a lot of the games, whether it's Street Fighter V, Dragon Ball, or Tekken, that the entry price is not huge, but the problem is, yeah, well, if you want to buy all the characters, you're gonna have to pay. What else? So Street Fighter V is on the border. It has one more update. So I'm gonna put it in the Tekken tier because it technically has updates still, but it's, by the time half of the people that watch this, it's probably gonna be out. It has terrible rollback just like Tekken, so I feel like they deserve each other. It has a decent amount of players, but it's very small for a Street Fighter game. Street Fighter used to absolutely dominate the scene. And Street Fighter V started out really bad. It was a terrible, terrible game, and it's gotten a lot better. But I still think it's meh, honestly. Honestly, I think it's eh. Obviously, they fixed a lot of the issues, but the netcode still sucks. A lot of the core issues with the game are not great, but it's not too expensive to get into. Most of the time, they have free weekends, stuff like that. If you want a very basic fighter, if you want the Street Fighter formula, this is now finally in a decent state, I would say. It's not an amazing state. It's not a game that's going to blow you away, I think, but it exists. It's there. It's definitely improved year over year. It's at least not getting way worse. Only the character design is, because Luke, that's going to come out in a bit, hideous. For some reason, they released the ugliest character last, which is such a shame because honestly, my opinion of SF5 was very low. Very, very low. But then what happened was that they kept improving it. And I'm like, all right, well, they're improving this shitty base. So imagine what Street Fighter 6 could be when they start fresh with a great base, with a fresh engine. You know, you've seen Devil May Cry 5, Monster Hunter Rise, Resident Evil 2 and 3 remakes. These games were all great. Let's see Street Fighter 6, baby. And then they drop Luke. And all my faith washed away like that. God damn. What an ugly son of a bitch. Man literally looks like he's based off Logan Paul. I mean, and they say this guy is going to be the base of Street Fighter 6, or like Street Fighter's future, which is just very concerning. Very concerning. What else do we have? We have Melee. We have 64. 64 is in 5K tier, where it's like, it's emulators. Let me just add that. Wait, but 64 does not have rollback, so I'm going to put it at the bottom. Is there any other game here that we go to before we rank the games that are not currently on the list, like Strive and such? Dance Fighting Hearts, I would say, is active. I think it's still getting updates, but it's pretty small. But it has a rollback. I'm gonna put in niche, just like Killer Instinct. Has a rollback, has a lot of modern features, but it is definitely not a big game. PM is delay based. Has a couple people playing it. Still has an active competitive scene, but it is delay based. And unfortunately, that kind of spells a doom considering how good Melee's netcode is. Now, listen. I'm going to rank Melee highly. You guys knew this. I ranked Melee highly the last time. Melee has a ton of people playing it. There's a lot of huge tournaments still happening for Melee. And you can play the game online. I don't consider tournaments and active competitive scene and viewership and all that the only thing. But the game is not only has great online, but it is legitimately still getting updates. It is still getting huge updates all the time, whether it's people improving the controller structure, whether it's Nintendo finally launching an official tour, whether it is Summit keeping hosting new events, breaking viewership and prize money records all the time, or whether it's Fizzy currently working on ranked. I also know that this has a very big scene. I don't know the exact numbers, but just from extrapolating, you can pretty quickly tell that it's a big scene still playing a lot of Melee for sure. You get matches instantaneously with it, whatever the time. Like I get matches faster in Melee than I do often in Tekken and in Strive. Yeah, still trugging along. I'm not gonna say that it's better because it's, I'm not here to talk about this. Obviously, this is my favorite fighting game of all time. But at the end of the day, this is just my opinion. I think it's currently one of the best games to get into. It's easier than ever to get into with a keyboard. Control options are becoming cheaper. You can obviously play on any controller as well. Playing through emulator, still getting updates, and still big. Yeah, what else is there to say? I'm not gonna whine too much about it, but big and getting updates. Active, yeah, it's like active rollback, but also updates. Is there any other game here before we go on to add our own? Yeah, it's like you gotta respect Melee for what it's done. It's been out 20 years today as of making this video, and it's bigger than ever before, basically, which is an absolutely insane thing to say. Yes, you could argue that Rivals should be in big and getting updates, but the thing with Rivals is that it's kind of like it's gaining updates, but most of the developers have moved on to focus to Rivals 2, it feels like. Fair ranking, but May is carried by the community. This is honestly a lot of this is about the community. But the thing is that people fixed Street Fighter V's netcode, and then Capcom said no. We fixed Melee's netcode, and Nintendo said no. But we said fuck Nintendo, and we kept going. So yeah. All right, let's add the extra games. Easiest way to do this, I think, is print the screen, open this bitch up in Paint. And then we're just gonna add them. I don't know if there's like a more recent fighting game. I'm just gonna Google the name. Guilty Gear Strive. So, Guilty Gear Strive is currently my favorite fighting game. That does not mean that it's perfect. It is definitely not perfect. The lobbies suck. but it is big. It has like 2,000, 2,500 players. Keep going pretty steady now, like 6 months in. Still getting updates. Happy Chaos dropped it in 8 days. I personally think this game started good and has become great, with an asterisk that the lobbies are still not amazing. The netcode in Strive is still the best you can actually ask for, in my opinion. Almost. If you could set delay, it would be. Has active tournament scene, all that shit. Let me screen capture this shit. There we go. It was beautiful MS Paint. I'm a huge fan of Strive. I know it's not for everyone. It's definitely a very different take on the Guilty Gear formula, but I think it looks amazing. It's definitely the best looking fighting game, in my opinion. Has great netcode. Still has a lot of tournaments. Had better viewership than both Tekken and Street Fighter at the last Rebel. I can't wait for international tournaments. It's not a perfect game. It has a lot of lobby issues, but good training mode, good netcode, decent rank mode for anyone that is not a top player, but even for top players, it's like workable. You find matches relatively easily. And yeah, I can't wait to see what they do with it, because all the updates so far have been promising, in my opinion. They're not really going for balance. They're going for fun and improving the game. But so far, I think they've been going in the right direction, although they have not been perfect. Definitely going to be interesting to see where Strive is after this. Next up, we have Melty Blood Type Lumina. Now, Melty Blood, it's hard to rank. I would put it in the highest tier, but it's bordering on not being big, unfortunately, already. And that's a sad thing to say, because Type Lumina came out in last September, and it currently has what? $200 players. Like, it has 7, like, look at the 30-day gain. And this game in the last 30 days, got an update. It got its first patch. If you look at the, like the months, like, it's dropped off massively. Now, every fighting game has this to some degree, but I feel like Melty Blood has fallen off harder and faster than most people expected. That said, the release numbers were way over expectations, I think, for a lot of people. Definitely peaked pretty high with 12K. But unfortunately, got a crazy fast drop-off to the point where games like Marvel 3, Ultra Street Fighter, Blaze Blue, Plus R, KOF, and the old Melted Blood are now in the same range of players, which is just kind of crazy. It's still getting numbers that you can work with, because it has rollback, you can find players, but because it's bad rollback, unfortunately, with a lot of one-sided rollback, a lot of issues still, even though it's gotten a little bit better, I have a hard time recommending buying this game at full price, if I'm going to be completely honest. It's a $50 game, but if you want to buy everything with the DLC, it's quite a bit more. But a lot of these games that we look at in the tier list, whether it's Tekken, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, Dragon Ball, they're a lot easier to get on sale. And games like Rivals, and like Skullgirls and Them Fighting Herds and Guilty Gear Plus R, you can find for like under $5 a lot of the time. I really hope this game gets another push. It's not my favorite game, but I still like it. It's just that I can't play it with an online being this bad. And some of the game mechanics like Shield and Moondrive are frustrating. But I think that with another big update, a new take on it, like a Melty Blood 1.5, Type Lumina 1.5, maybe in a year, could definitely be a really, really solid game. I just hope there's a scene left to play it when that happens, because this game, unfortunately, experienced a very, very harsh drop-off just due to the online being bad. And I think to a lot of people, just not really finding their own character. That was another issue for me, that I just could not find a character I loved. And not only that, but the characters play so similarly, and the roster is not exactly ideal. Like, even people that love Melty Blood usually say that they love it, but it's like the worst roster they almost could have chosen, because a lot of the fan favorites are not there. A lot of characters are similar. Like, there's 2 maids. There's a lot of, well, there's 3 maid characters. 3 out of 13 slots taken up by maids. So yeah, we'll have to see. Unfortunately, it sucks, but I can't put Melty Blood in big and getting updates. I'm gonna put Melty Blood in like in between these tiers. It's like between niche and getting updates. I would say put it as the best game in active, if that makes sense. It's still, but the thing is, it peaks at 600. So I don't know. Maybe I'm being too snarky. But it's kind of in its own tier, I would say. Maybe we'll put it like this. We'll put it below, like half below. And I think they said they would do DLC, but we don't really know when. We'll do a box. Fill it with color. Look at this professional streamer. And then we'll just write, you fell off, plus a ratio. Okay, all right. I'm sorry, Melton. I was kidding. It was a joke. Don't send Neko Arc for me. After me. Getting updates. Still decent sized. Beautiful, Leffen. Beautiful. Look at the art. Still decent sized. Doing updates. Yeah. How do I move this? Paint turns out not the best. Fuck. Why won't it? Oh, I have to do this. I'm dumb as shit. Decent sized. Getting updates. Thank God for YouTube editing, am I right? Otherwise this would be awful. Nickelodeon. Right. That's a good one. Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl. Nickelodeon has rollback, but fell off. Shit fell off. Rollback is too bad. The production values weren't great. It was kind of expensive. I would say Nickelodeon, unfortunately, kind of lost a lot of its potential. It has a 250 30-day average, 140 players playing right now. It's apparently getting alternate costumes coming soon. It's getting more updates. Been rumored to be more DLC coming. So hopefully it's going to be better once that happens. But for now, it's a decent take. It's definitely smaller than Melty Belly, but I'm going to put it in decent size getting updates. Yeah, right now the online play just sucks. That's the main issue. Is there any other game that I haven't thought about? Multiverse is coming out soon. Maybe. We don't really know exactly. 2022. New platform fighter. It's going to be free to play. It's going to be interesting. Granblue. Oh, wow. The fact that we forgot about it sucks, huh? Granblue is a game I liked, but that game is delay-based hell. 26 players. Absolute stunner looking game. People still play it, especially in Japan. But unfortunately, it's like in kind of small tier. Right? It's somewhere in here. But out of respect, because I like Granblue, and it is still getting updates, it still gets DLC, I'm going to put it in delay based. I think, is Samurai Showdown still getting updates too? Because that had biking come out pretty soon. It has 9.5 players on average, but it is actually still coming, I think. Is Samurai Showdown still getting updates? I'll put it in niche. It looks gross. Well, sue me. Any other games? There was one I was thinking about. Yeah, Granblue, terrible online. I mean, it's delay based, and then terrible online. Like delay based netcode is bad when it's like Granblue where you have 20 players instead of Dragon Ball where it's 100, like 1500. Your average connection is so far, and then also laggy. Rushdown. I don't think Rushdown's out yet. I have hopes for that game, but we don't really know because the game isn't out yet. When the game comes out, we'll know more. Virtua Fighter. I would put that in niche, I think. It has a scene. The remake got a couple people interested, but I would probably put it in niche. Yeah, niche. You can't see it right now, but if I zoom out, you can. And then, okay, well, people are going to be offended by this, but what if I theoretically made another tier and we called it look at this professional editor right here. And we called it. Hold up. Let Picasso work. And we called it Arena Fighters. And do not be offended, Naruto Storm fans. The fact that you are on the bottom is merely coincidental and my lack of Photoshop skills. And also, they're not super deep. They're mostly meant for entertainment. All right. You know what? This was a mistake. Like, they're gonna like perform ninjutsu on me. I'm gonna end the video here, but is a Demon Slayer fighting game that came out that I heard is decent, but has delay-based netcode. Let me see how many players it has. If you like this, if there's any other fighting games I missed, let me know. Demon Slayer currently has 600 players playing it. Awful netcode. Okay, all right. Pokken still niche. Naruto Storm niche. Xenoverse has a player base actually. Yeah. I'm still excited for fighting games. I think Tekken 8, Street Fighter 6, ProjectL, next Dragon Ball FighterZ update, hopefully with rollback, DNF. These games are going to be big. Let's just do that instead. Let's just do upcoming games. Hype. Let's add the hype. Up and comers, baby. And I'm going to rank which one I'm the most excited for. Damn, this video is going to be long, isn't it? Upcoming. Ranked by interest. Perfect. I'm the most hyped for currently ProjectL. I have a video on that. If you don't know what it is, I think it looks goddamn gorgeous. I love what I've been hearing. We don't know what the fuck when it's gonna come out, but probably 2023. It's gonna be probably the biggest fighting game when it releases because it has the League IP and it's doing a lot of things right. Like rollback netcode, but better. Rollback netcode 2.0, kind of. Why the fuck is it glitching so much? And then also, just looks good. It's gonna be a team fighter. It's gonna be cool. I trust Riot on this actually, just by seeing the first impressions and knowing the type of budget they're gonna put behind it. Dragon Ball FighterZ 2 maybe has been rumored. There's been job listings about it. I think it's very, very likely that there's gonna come a Dragon Ball FighterZ 2 because they said they were gonna do more Dragon Ball Fighter stuff, but it's been too long to just release another season pass. So I'm gonna look at this look at this Poggers editing right here. Instead of C, it's gonna be 2. Then we have DNF. This game I think looks great. If you haven't seen it, go look the trailer. But we don't know. It was late 2020, I think, or something. I don't know. It's been a long time. I really hope this game is going to be good, though. It looks sick. It's from Arxis. I have a lot of hope for this game as well. Confirmed to be rollback as well. Definitely very high on my list. Next up, and this is maybe going to be controversial to some, but I'm going to put Tekken 8. Why? Because I have a little bit more faith in Tekken 8 than I do in Street Fighter 6. Because of Luke. All right? It's because of Luke. And because, like, here's the thing. I think Street Fighter 6 could be garbage because Capcom's going to try something new. But I'm pretty sure Tekken 8 is just going to be Tekken 7, but with better graphics and maybe rollback. And that's a safer bet, man. Street Fighter 6 has more potential, but also high risk of failing. So I respect Street Fighter 6 more. In my head canon of Street Fighter 6, I respect more, but I believe more in Tekken 8. I don't like that Tekken 8 just remakes the same game over and over. But fuck it. Rivals of Aether 2. Actually, Rivals of Aether 2 might be higher on my list than Street Fighter 6 or not. I actually am really happy with Rivals 2. Probably going to be 2023 game as well. What we've seen from it so far looks good. But we don't really know whether or not it's going to be, you know, how it plays and stuff like that yet. I know they're adding shields, they're adding throws, which I like, but we don't really know. Under Night sequel. Under Night sequel might be over Street Fighter, but I plan to poorly. So we're just going to put it like here. I don't know if I like Street Fighter more or Rivals 2 more. I might put Rivals over, honestly, but I made my bed. Not very high for Mortal Kombat 12. I'm going to be honest with you. I've never been into NRS games. Yeah. I don't expect them to change very much because Mortal Kombat 11 was very successful. But that's just my feelings, man. That's just my feelings. I'm not super hyped for it because I don't like how it looks, man. I don't like the animation style. I don't like the gore. Shit's corny to me. I don't know why. Is there anything else announced or even rumored? I don't think so, right? KOF 15. KOF 15, I would put here. I liked KOF 13 a lot, but to me, KOF 15 looks ugly. Netcode impressions were bad. And yeah, just not very exciting. I would be more hype over a 13 release with rollback than I would be with a 15. It doesn't even get an avatar. Hey, I put more effort into this writing than they did into the special effects of that game or the animation. So, got him. Multiverses. Multiverses is also probably here. I'll put it here. No, Nick Smash is up here. It's a whole mess up there. Multiverses has a lot of potential. I think Multiverses is going to be the better Brawlhalla. It's going to be the new and improved Brawlhalla. Smash 6, I am not excited for because I'll be 40 by then. But yeah, there's still a lot of fighting games expected to come out in the next 2 years. ProjectL, DNF Duel, Dragon Ball Fighters 2, Tekken 8, Street Fighter 6, Under Night sequel, Rivals 2, KOF 15, Multiverses, Mortal Kombat 12, maybe a Persona 5, maybe. Melee 2, yeah, all right. That's never coming out. I think this is the next generation of fighting games coming at us. It's coming at us fast. And I think the announcements and the trailers are going to be dropping soon. And I hope that the average ass shit, the shitty graphics, the shitty online, the low budget but at the same time super high price, the lack of tutorials, the shitty ranked modes. I hope all of that will be swept away with the next version. I don't think it will, but I hope a lot of it will at least start moving towards a brighter future. I'm excited, but I'm also cautious. I know there's going to be a lot of it. For now, I'm going to keep playing Strive and Melee because I think those are the best 2 games out on the market in terms of getting updates and in terms of how they play. Just for me, if you like Street Fighter, if you like Tekken more, go ahead. If you like any of the other games, I'm sorry, they're not really getting updates outside of Brawlhalla or Type Lumina or Nickelodeon. But of course, you do not have to play a game that gets any updates. There's nothing wrong with that. Melee actually doesn't really get any updates. It's just that the community loves the game too much, maybe, so that we keep updating it ourselves. All right, I'm going to save this. I need to re-edit in my tier list because it bugged. See the bug here? Any thoughts? What are your thoughts? Any game I disrespected? Who's sending us a SWAT strike for the placements? And why is it KOF 15 fans? Lethal League? How many players play Lethal League? This is just a podcast of me talking about games, more or less. Strive's going to fall off for me with ProjectL. ProjectL's not coming out for another year and a half. You got time to play Strive, man. Framemakers? Oh, yeah. That's coming out. But when? I think Arxis is doing Dragon Ball Fighters and DNF and maybe Persona 5 Arena. I think Strive is going to dominate 2022 for me, along with Melee. Every day I cope wanting a Fate fighting game so bad. Me too, man. Me too. 2022 is not looking good for fighting games. I think 2023 is going to be the year. I think 2022 is going to have a game or two towards later outside of KOF 15. But I think the early half of 2022 is going to leave a lot of people tired because it's going to be like KOF 15, multiverses, and then nothing for a bit. SF6 might come out in 2022. If I was Street Fighter, I would be like, bro, we got to get this shit out before ProjectL drops a bomb on us. Let the current games age. Well, the problem with saying let the current games age is that Melty Blood dropped off a cliff in terms of user base. Street Fighter 5 is 6 years old. Tekken 7 is even 6 or 7 years old. Ultimate is 4 years old soon. Mortal Kombat's 3 years old, I think, 2. Dragon Ball FighterZ is 4 years old. Rivals is 6 or 7 years old. A lot of these games are already really old. It's only really Strive that I could see really weather the storm, and maybe Melty Blood. Maybe. Rivals is surprisingly big, yeah. I didn't think it has 700 players. And it doesn't even have the official rollback build yet. Melee is 20 years old. True. Maybe Street Fighter 6 needs to be played for 14 more years. That's the problem. $700 players is big. Listen, man. It's fighting games we're talking about. For fighting games, sadly it is. I hope ProjectL is gonna have 2,000 fucking million people, but I don't think it will. Two 700 players would also be big for arena shooters. Let's go, baby! Woo! I wonder. Okay, here's the thing: is RTS or fighting games bigger? It has to be fighting games, right? It has to be. Brawlhalla probably has more than StarCraft. Age of Empires. Age of Empires has 14,000. And this is still way smaller than Brawlhalla by itself. If you count crossplay. Where is Age of Empires 4? Is it not here? Oh, it's not released yet. Yeah, you can't really count that though. If it's Game Pass. Not this early, I would say. Oh, technical stress test. Damn, nice. Okay. 22K. But I mean, this is just early release numbers. If you compare this to ultimate release numbers, you know. But I would say they're pretty close. They're pretty close, yeah. They're both small, but there's more fighting games than there are RTS. Hey, Goggle Man, thank you so much. Well, all right. I think that's it for me today. Well, do you guys want to watch? What do you guys want to watch? You guys want to watch KOF 15 Beta? Last chance? Go watch my ProjectL video if you want to do that. Main channel? Yes. You can start the edit, but I'm not going to be able to do the ad read until tomorrow because I'm too tired. Give us a full image of the tier list. Have to wait for the video. But fine. You got it. I'll see you guys next time.